Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Dragic has got his third bucket of the night.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
That one drops for him. And now it's 27 points for James Harden.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I had to get battered inside like they had.
Now here's Dragic. A 24-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. So for the Magic, Caboclo's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. James Ennis comes in for Daniel House. And it's Moutier in for Paul. Here is Harden. He picked up 33 points in their last win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
And he makes that one. Moutier's got 6 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here is Hardaway. He picked up 24 points in their last win against Brooklyn. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
Here's Harden. It's rebounded by Indiana. Fernando's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Hardaway. Now White. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 5 on the clock. From deep. And it's bad missing there.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And so it's the Orlando Magic having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 27 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, how about that ball?
And that'll do it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Taj Gibson is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's McGee in at center. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Harden from past the arc. But they get it back. Fades. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. McGee's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Fournier passes to Dragic. Outside Gibson. He Dishes it to Fournier. Kicks to Dragic. Over Paul. No good from Dragic. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Orlando. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
Yeah, he's proving that he has the touch from outside the arc. Frank Kaminsky, he's got to keep dropping it from there.
Now here's Fournier. Lets it go from 11, and the jumper falls for him. Fournier's got his second basket.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Now here's Dragic. 10 points for him. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And Harden with the stuff.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Dragic against Paul. Outside Fournier. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Here's House. The Pacers pull it in. Back to Dragic. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Dragic kicks to Fournier. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Fournier's got 5 points in the quarter.
Quite honestly, Fournier just has a good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ. Knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. And Adams with the slam.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Now here's Fournier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Here is McGee. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. It's Dragic with the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup. Dragic has got 12.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Fournier against Harden.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Simmons checked in for Indiana. And the Magic making a change here as well. Hernan Gomez is checked in.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Now, here's Fournier. 9 points in the game so far. The dish now to Simmons. Gibson against Hernan Gomez. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Paul. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Paul's got 8.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here's Dragic. 12 points for him. Harden with the defensive effort.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They grab their own miss. That one goes. Count it. 10 points for him.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Now here's Simmons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Dragic with a wide open look, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Here's Fournier. He's got 9. They could use a bucket. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Orlando making some changes. Caboclo's checked in for Frank Kaminsky, and it's James Ennison for Paul. The Magic have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Now here's Harden, and he's got 41. And here is Hernan Gomez. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Hernan Gomez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's White. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability. And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Rabs checked in for Indiana.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Now here's Ennis. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Harden draws the double, 5 to shoot, and so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Monday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Utah Jazz.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Now here's White, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's White. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Orlando's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Harden dishes to Mudiay. The pass to Caboclo. Back to Mudiay. pulls it in. Fernando's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Feeds it to Harden. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Harden's got 45 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Hardaway. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Bucket is good.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Pass to Harden. A rebound by Rab.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Hardaway against Moutier. Hardaway kicks to White. Here's Rab. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. Rab's got 6.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Caboclo. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Daniel House is checked in for the match. Now here's White. Sweet little floater. White's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Here's House. Great D that time from Hardaway.
Boy, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
To the paint. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Count that bucket.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Now here is Hardaway. He has 6. Here's Fernando. Off target from three-point range. Orlando's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Moutier finds Hernan Gomez. Now here's Moutier, guarded close. Can't cash in from close range.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Fernando. Tries again. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. The Pacers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. One second left. He can't get it to go. And so it's Orlando with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Orlando, Garland is out there with McCray. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Little. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. Here's McCray. Passes it to Adams. Plays it up and banks it in.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And there's the pass to Rabb. Outside Robinson. Back to Rabb. He kicks it to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And that one falls for Rabb. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Here's McCray to the middle. Here's Hernan Gomez.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Pass to Fernando. Dishes to Robinson. It's blocked. And now Orlando on the break. Here's McCray, and he banks in the layup. McCray has got his first basket of the night.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And Adams sends it back. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Little kicks to Garland. Here's McCray. Here's Hernan Gomez. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now, here is Robinson from 8. And that's good off the glass that time. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. McCray passes to Garland. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Garland with it. Here's Adams. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Simmons. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Orlando called for the foul.
And, you know, because Simmons plays with such energy, he's hard to contain. Sometimes he's just too much for the defense.
Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. Bradley's checked in for Orlando.
You know, after once paying to try out for a minor league team, Simmons has come a long way. And he's not done yet.
Here's Garland. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Both shots good from the stripe. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Joseph kicks to Simmons. Outside Robinson. Back to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Robinson drives in. And Adams sends it back.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Bradley passes to Adams. Over Robinson. And Adams gets it to go down on the assist by Bradley. That's 12 points for Steven Adams. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Mark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
4 on the clock. Tipped away. Bradley with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. Shoots from 12. And it's Orlando with another.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Robinson. Inside. Here's Fernando. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Adams, the bounce pass. Here's McCray, guarded by Simmons. A three-pointer is right on target. 10 points for Avery Bradley.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Simmons inside, guarded by Bradley. No good from Simmons.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Bradley. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Adams' shot is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Joseph. Takes it off the glass. Joseph's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, you've got to be careful in how you guard Joseph. Game plan discipline essential, especially when he's involved in a screen and roll.
Bradley kicks to Garland. Mark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look and see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Adams, and it's Ennis in for Bradley. Garland kicks to McCray. Clock at 6. from deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. For Indiana, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Joseph, the pass to Robinson. Over to the wing. Outside, Simmons. Outside, Joseph. Here's Rab. That one's rebounded by McRae. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Here's Rab, and good that time. Rab's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Pass to McRae. To the inside. Here's Kaminsky. Got a hand on it, but he recovers it. Kicks it to Garland. Over Joseph. Garland with the bucket.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside, Robinson. To the paint. Rab, the pass to Joseph. Fires from 14, and that one drops.
Well, he's a legit scorer from there now. Joseph's jump shot has come a long way.
Joseph's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Garland, the pass to Little. He kicks it to Ennis. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kaminsky. Down low. Here's Little. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, 1:42 left in the fourth quarter. Joseph dishes to Robinson. Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories, but I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
And Orlando making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Passes it to Little. With the shot, it's deflected.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Orlando.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Outside, Robinson. Back to Joseph. It's tipped.
And you know, at his size, Kaminsky should be blocking more shots. I'd like to see this effort every time.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.